All right, well, good afternoon, everyone. Got quite a bit to cover at the top here, so appreciate you hanging in there with me. In other news, the department is launching a website on the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office to provide the public with information concerning AARO and its efforts to understand and resolve unidentified anomalous phenomena. This website will provide information, including videos and photos, on resolved UAP cases as they're declassified and approved for public release. The website's other content includes reporting trends and frequently asked questions section, as well as links to official reports, transcripts, press releases, and other resources that the public may find useful. The department is committed to transparency with the American people on AARO's work on UAPs. The website will serve as a one-stop shop for all publicly available information related to AARO and UAP, and AARO will regularly update the website with its most recent activities and findings as new information is cleared for public release. You can see AARO's new website at www.aaro.mil. I'll be happy to take your questions. Let me go to Liz here.
On the UAP website that was released and announced today, how can you ensure that the reported sightings are legitimate and real? How will that be investigated? Can you talk about that process to make sure people don't put in jokes?
Sure. Well, broadly speaking, it's important to understand that first of all, as I highlighted right now, the posting of the website is the next step in this process in terms of ensuring that the public has information and insight into UAPs. And so what you see today is what has been declassified to date. As we move ahead into the future, there will be a subsequent update to that site that will allow DoD service members or civilians to provide reports via a private and secure means. And again, that's a critical aspect of this, is ensuring that information can be received in a way in which it will be properly handled to ensure, again, privacy, both from a statutory and a regulatory standpoint, but then also to ensure that that website and the information there is secure. So this will be something that we'll continue to keep the public updated on. AARO is focused on the facts, taking in information, reviewing the facts, and then when possible, declassifying that information and making it available. Okay, thank you. Go to Tony and then go to the phone.
On the website, I just want to be clear, civilians can access it, but they can't post their UFO, UAP photos or video on the site. Is that right?
That's correct.
On the website, I just want to be clear, this is not something the public can voluntarily post what they think are UAP episodes. This is DoD, it's like a repository of what you've already disclosed.
There are all right, a couple of phases here. So what you have today is information from AARO that has been declassified as it relates to looking into UAP reportings. The next step will be in the relatively near future enabling service members and civilians, DoD civilians, who have reports to make regarding UAPs to be able to submit those for consideration and review by AARO. As it relates to the public being able to provide inputs, that is something that we will look to do in the future, but I don't have an estimate right now in terms of when the public will be able to submit reports in terms of private citizens, for example. Thanks very much, sir.
Thank you.
And then I really am going to go to the phone.
On the AARO question, it's also under our understanding that the program itself is now going to be under the purview of Deputy Secretary Hicks. I'm just wondering what that changes operationally about AARO and about the way it functions.
Yeah, well, operationally, it doesn't change the way that AARO functions, other than, again, it highlights the importance of the program to the department and the fact that it has the Deputy Secretary's full attention to ensure that she's able to advocate and fight for the resources that they need in order to conduct their mission.
And Congress mandated that you all share what is unclassified on that website. There was an amendment to the NDAA sponsored by Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer that would have the National Archives declassify its UAP or UFO records. Is AARO going to be doing that as well, looking to declassify some of the information that that it has.
Yeah, let me take that question because I don't know the answer to that. We'll come back. Yeah.
I have one more if you may
Third one.
indulge me.
All right.
The whistleblower who came forward, former Air Force Intel officer David Grush, the claims that he made in Congress in that congressional hearing were based on interviews he said he had done with 40 people as he was reporting to AARO as well. Are any of those reports going to be published on this website, those interviews, or would any of those people who he allegedly interviewed be made available to Congress?
Just to clarify, the interviews that he himself conducted?
He said that information that he had was based on interviews that he had done or spoken to people, 40 people or more. I'm just wondering if any of those...
Yeah, so again, as I understand it, AARO is very willing to take any inputs or information and to investigate into claims of UAP. And so if that information is made available to the department, certainly we'll take a look at it. In this particular individual's case, I do not know whether he has provided it to AARO to review or not. But again, broadly speaking, this office, for obvious reasons, is going to take this mission seriously. They are taking it seriously, and so would be willing to look at anything that's provided. So thank you very much. All right, come back to the room. We're going to go to Brandi, and then we'll come over here. Yes.
Thank you, Pat.
Hey,
back to AARO, 2 more questions. Is Dr. Kirkpatrick and his team set to deliver their next mandated report to appropriate congressional committees with updates on their ongoing cases of UAP investigations? And if so, when?
Yeah, I'm not going to provide a date from the podium here, Brandi, but I will say that we expect that report to be delivered relatively soon. And so, of course, when we do, we'll let you know.
And then just given the momentum, I feel, around UAP transparency, would Deputy Secretary Hicks or the department commit to regularly briefing us on AARO's updates?
Thanks, Brandi. So we will, by evidence of this website, we will do everything we can to ensure that the public has information as it relates to UAP that's releasable, that's factual. And so, we will commit to providing timely, accurate information on this topic again as it becomes available.
Available to the press?
Again, I'm not going to do scheduling here or action officer work here from the podium, but again, we will continue to keep the public informed on this important topic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.